Hi, everybody. Welcome to another interview with another fabulous female entrepreneur. My name is Galit Ventura Rozen, and I'm excited to have you be a part of the Successful Women's Mindset Book Launch Summit, where I am promoting and spotlighting amazing women from all over the world because of my new book that's coming out, The Successful Woman's Mindset. Today, we have Barbara Beckley. Welcome, Barbara.
Hey, Galit, thank you so much.
It's so much fun having all these fabulous ladies. You know how much I adore you. Tell everybody where you're at, where you live.
Well, I live in Kenosha, Wisconsin, but I live the rest of my life in Chicago, Illinois. So that's a whole big story, and we don't have time for that. But
right now you're in Chicago, though.
Right now I'm in Chicago.
Perfect. I know. No, that's where you do your That's where you do your magic. So I'm going to tell everybody a little bit about you, and then we'll jump right in. Make sure to keep watching. Barbara's going to be offering a free gift today that you do not want to miss, as well as we will be giving you points of value related to the Successful Woman's Mindset and Barbara's expertise. So Barbara is the Chicagoland chapter leader for Women's Prosperity Network. She utilizes her leadership expertise and self-empowering skills to show individuals how to improve their business and for their personal growth. So I'm excited to have you. I know you have a degree in business management, and you've trained, created events and educational opportunities for over 5,500 individuals. Let's go ahead and get started and jump in. My first fun question for every woman that's joining me. We have 23 ladies over the course of 6 weeks. We have 3 more weeks after this week, as well as another few interviews today. What I want you to share with everyone is, what does the Successful Woman's Mindset mean to you?
Well, the Successful Woman's Mindset, that means to me, is basically knowing who you are within yourself, like you're special. I always call it, my brand is the diamond. So I tell people, know your purpose, know your mission. And then once you know that, go for it full force. And don't let anything stop you from doing that, anybody or anything.
So really for you, the Successful Woman's Mindset is someone that finds their purpose, knows and believes in themselves, and then makes sure to deal with the obstacles because they show up. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Please. Every day.
Every day. Sometimes every second of the day.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. One of the chapters in my book is she overcomes obstacles. And it's so much fun for me because what I talk about is, you know that obstacles are part of the path. They're not in the path.
Yes.
And once you change that little piece of mindset, you just recognize they're going to show up and you figure out how to deal with them. So I love your definition. I completely agree. It's something that I write about in the book because I think that women, we deal with so many obstacles as well as men, but we deal with them differently.
And I always tell people, you are the one that can decide what's going on the outside of what you're doing. So somebody comes in and tells you, well, Barbara, you're stupid or whatever like that. You can make that decision to take that in and let it get in your mind, your mindset, and say, okay, I'm letting this going to just trigger me to bring me down. You could decide that.
I love that. And you know, one of my favorite words is choice.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Choice. Everything we do, everything we decide. Sometimes people, what do you mean? But that hurt me. I'm so sorry that hurt you emotionally, but you had a choice still. It's your feelings. It's your thoughts. I talk a lot about in the book about controlling your thoughts. They're your thoughts. Barbara is like the ultimate cheerleader. I love her to pieces. She's always cheering me on and supporting me. And one of the things I talk about is, why are you not that for yourself?
Yes.
It's great that I have someone like Barbara in my corner, but I should be the same thing for myself, and I am every day. So I want you to think about being your own cheerleader. How do you, Barbara, embody within yourself and with your clients the Successful Woman's Mindset?
Well, the biggest thing that I really started is being consistent in things that you're doing, because when people see you in that way, and I tell my clients the same thing, is then you build that trust and you build that relationship with people. When you're just like all over the place, you know how people have that shiny object syndrome, which I talk about sometimes.
I have it too sometimes. We all have it. It's not about not having it. It's about knowing when to just stop and not go there. Yeah.
And they're all over the place. So I tell people, but sorry, I know with time, but I tell people, I'm like, being consistent, it plays a big role of what people see in you, because they see that you're steady on something, that you're being consistent with it. And then you want to create that, like I said, that trust and that authority level.
Yes, yes. And it's so important because I know that I myself, when I wrote this book, I put so much vulnerability in there about being a self-professed control freak and perfectionist. I'm a Virgo, like all day long. You look up Virgo and you see perfectionist, perfection. And I've spent so many years letting go of the word perfect because it just doesn't exist. So if you're watching this and you think, oh, Galit and Barbara have it all together, oh, please. What we have are a basket of tools that we've learned and that we teach to show people and to learn within ourselves every day to conquer the things that Barbara's talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you're embodying the successful woman's mindset and you're working with your clients to do the same, what kind of tools, what kind of advice are you giving them so they can do it themselves as well?
I always tell them to find that positive energy that's going to pull you back from whatever happens. I always say what's exploding all in your life, because there's going to be things always, like we said, exploding, but find the tools. Like for me, I find music that's soothing, that's very positive. I find speakers that I love to listen to, including you, that's very positive always at that time, because when something happens and your mind's going to click and say, oh no, this is going wrong, you need to go somewhere quickly, because like you said, your mindset changes and it's going to shift you into something you don't want to go to. So when I feel myself going that way, I have to find something on that positive level.
I want to really emphasize something that Barbara said. It is daily. Some days when you're having a bad off day, it's hourly. And it is consistency. You cannot anticipate being happy-go-lucky every second of every day. I want to find that person, but I've got to believe that everybody in this world does their best to feel great all the time, but we're human and we're made of a lot of complicated emotions. Yes. So I think one of the things I want to share with what Barbara said and kind of emphasize on it is that how can you know when you're having a good, positive day if you don't know what a bad day is? So someone like Barbara and I that work every day on our mindset and work every day on our positivity. And yes, I do recognize that some days it takes a little more effort.
Yeah.
Some days it's so natural and you're like flying high and nobody can stop you. So if you're watching this and you're going through something difficult or you're really struggling today, please, 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 please recognize whatever you're feeling right now in this moment can and has the ability to
switch.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's so important that we talk a little bit more about that, Barbara. Yes. What kind of, go ahead, please.
And I was always going to say, and just look at it as a growing experience in your life. I always tell people, whatever I'm dealing with, whatever negativity, whatever it is, I tell myself, I want to grow from this experience, not pull myself in that other direction, but what can I learn from this? And that's what I always tell myself. And I tell my clients that as well.
And it's been so fun for me having these interviews because every time one of the women, fabulous women I interview, they actually almost name a title of my chapter. So Barbara, I'm looking at my chapter titles, right? Because I have 21, and you already said she is always open to learn. Mm-hmm. In an indirect way, you said she is a work in progress. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the chapters going, how many did Barbara mention today? She owns her mistakes and failures, right?
Yep.
She believes she can. Mm-hmm. She's open to the possibilities. Like I'm going through these going, this is so much fun for me because it gives me this feeling that, oh my gosh, these interviews, these women that I'm talking to, they're filling the gaps. There's so many people that are watching on how to do these things because so many people will come to me and say, I want to, but I don't know how. I want to, but I don't know how. And now we have Barbara sitting here going, look, guys, I work with you on your personal goals. I work with you to conquer some of these things. So
and
it's
to know who you are, and to
Yes.
really, like you said, we're human, and like you said, we're going to go through some things like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But always remember, go back to who you are, your purpose, and remember that you're learning and growing as you're going through whatever the situation is. And take those as, I always look at them as anchors in your life to say, okay, you know what, I learned something from that. As an anchor that I'm going to move forward. I know, and you can connect with others and help others too.
both. I always say mentors are mentees. I'm sorry, mentors are mentees. If you're doing it right, you're both all the time.
Yes.
You're doing it right, meaning you want to keep up leveling, you want to keep going to the next level in your life or business. You're interested in growing constantly. And it doesn't matter how small or how big. This is not about us telling you how small or how big. But the successful woman's mindset is a woman, and so many men are buying this book. It's fun, Barbara, because a lot of these characteristics, they're not gender-based. I just talk a lot about the caretaker and the emotional woman. Not all of us are, but some of us are, and how that calculates into our decision-making.
Yes.
But the successful woman's mindset really embodies this idea that I am a work in progress.
Yes.
I love telling people that I'm never going to be done growing.
No,
I'm doing it for the rest of my life. What about you, Barbara?
Oh yeah, always. I always tell people if I don't grow anymore, I should be dead.
That's the day I'm going to stop. Yeah, and
that's the thing stops.
physically growing, we might be done, but mentally the
yeah.
capacity that we have, the capability for, and as humans, we barely use the percentage of our brain power.
Yeah.
Now, I always say you can spend every day of the rest of your life all day long just learning. Now, most of us don't, but if you spent, let's be logical, one new thing a day.
Yeah, one.
And it doesn't always have to be something you take and implement. It could be something you're like, oh, I'm never going to do that. Oh, I would never catch myself doing that. That's fine too. But open yourself to learning. And the successful woman recognizes she's going to learn something new every single day.
Yes. Yeah, that's why it's called successful mindset.
Yes. Barbara, tell everybody what you're offering to them today for free.
Well, I'm offering today because one of my brands is I want people to shine like diamonds. So for 1 month, I will promote your business like on social media. We can do the interview with you. I have some email addresses.
Interview.
Yep, interviews with you. So I'll do that for 1 month free. And I'm ready and willing to do it. Do I tell them where to reach me?
Yes, please.
So you can email me at barbarabeckley95@yahoo.com, and we can schedule a time to talk, and we can get more into what your business is about, so we can make sure that we promote you the right way for that whole month.
And you can also find her all over social media. She's there. She's got this big smile and these white teeth, and she's always, I'm so positive. Look at this woman. How can you not be?
Smile.
Hello.
Smile.
You're so fabulous. I know we can't see the red today because of the light in the room, but I'm sure
the light.
I have fun with Barbara. I've been blessed to work with Barbara personally. I've been blessed to have her in a lot of my workshops, and she's running a great organization. If you're part of Chicago or you're in the area, suburbs, whatever, reach out to her, be a part of this women's prosperity group. It's fabulous. And more than anything, connect with her. If you're ready to work on your personal goals, she's going to take you to the next level to conquer some things that you need to conquer in your life. She offered you a great thing today, and I want you to take advantage of it. That's why it's offered, right, Barbara?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for all your fabulousness and being a part of my book summit, helping me get the word out about my book. She's been so great. She told all
her book.
Yeah. Thank you, honey. I'm thankful for all of you. We're going to have another interview coming up soon. Barbara's going to put a link to get a hold of her, as well as her email in the comments. If you're watching this in replay through email, it will be in the email, so you'll be able to get a hold of her that way as well. You can also reach her through social media. So thank you so much for joining me. for another spotlight of the Successful Woman's Mindset Book Launch Summit. You can learn more. My name is Galit Ventura through social media about me, as well as at thesuccessfulwomansmindset.com to purchase the book that is going to be in your hands in just a short while. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you. Love you.